Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert, everybody. The 2024 presidential election is fast approaching. As hard as it is to believe, in just 5 months, the candidates will be even older. Convicted felon Donald Trump needs all the campaign cash he can get to pay his legal fees. So yesterday, he sent out a fundraising email with the subject, "Haul out the guillotine." Now, those of you with a refined palate might detect a subtle note of mob violence there, but Trump can also be very tender. On Monday, he sent supporters an email with the subject line, "I love you," followed by the heartwarming sentiment, "Red MAGA hatch." So beautiful. It reminds me of Shakespeare's famous sonnet, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Buick LeSabre." Trump is also on the hunt for a running mate. Reportedly, he's gathering info from a select group of Republicans by sending them vice presidential vetting paperwork. And we have a copy of the first question. Complete the following chant. Hang your name here. The top folks Trump is considering include Marco Rubio, J.D. Vance, and Tim Scott. But one notable name not on the list is South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem. She tried her best. I mean, she begged. She even gave Trump puppy dog eyes. Literally, she sent him a box of puppy dog eyes. So, remember, she's the monster, not me. According to insiders, one of Trump's top VP contenders is North Dakota governor and guy who really thinks he's making a connection with the stripper, Doug Burgum. Burgum has some fun, quirky details in his bio. Back in college, he worked as a chimney sweep, wearing a black top hat and tails like Dick Van Dyke's character in Mary Poppins, which means we might get to hear some GOP talking points in a bad Cockney accent. Immigrants is poison our blood, isn't it? It's a jolly holiday with Donald Trumpkins. Trump's buddies. I think my Cockney accent might be worse than Dick Van Dyke's. I was really trying there.
That was good.
Trump's buddies. Trump's buddies on the Supreme Court are having a bit of trouble right now, starting with conservative justice and Grandpa listening to you talk about your gender studies major, Clarence Thomas. Last year, the independent investigative journalists over at ProPublica reported that Thomas had accepted 2 undisclosed luxury trips from Texas billionaire and Hitler napkin collector Harlan Crow. The trips, one to Indonesia and the other to the Bohemian Grove, an all-male retreat in Northern California. When the reports first came out, Thomas's lawyer issued a statement calling them untrue. Okay, but counterpoint, true, because last week, this came out last week, Thomas amended his 2019 disclosure form, acknowledging he should have disclosed those free trips from his billionaire donor, claiming he inadvertently omitted the trips on his previous reports. Hey, no, it wasn't a lie, it was an inadvertent omission. Oops-a-daisy. I guess there's egg on my face, because when I was at Bohemian Grove, I ate the world's last dodo egg at the omelet bar. Wow. And then drank a mimosa out of Geronimo's skull. This grift is not an outlier for Thomas. All the gifts accepted by Supreme Court justices for the last 20 years were just analyzed by a group called Fix the Court. You know their motto, have your judge spayed or neutered. Fix the court. Not a bad idea. You know he is, though. You know he is. Fix the Court found that the value of Thomas's gifts are nearly 10 times the value of all gifts received by his fellow justices, as you can see in this shocking chart. Even more shocking than all of Thomas's gifts is the fact that no one is giving any gifts to Brett Kavanaugh. Yeah. Probably because on all his birthday invitations it says, in lieu of gifts, please pour the beer directly into my booth chute. Booth chute. Yeah. Booth chute. That's pretty. That's very pretty up there. Oh, here's a little story from the future of tech. thanks to tech, there is no future. Because one expert on artificial intelligence recently estimated there's a 99.9% chance of AI leading to human extinction within the next 100 years. Then again, AI advocates are quick to point out, check out this picture of Scooby-Doo making out with Ronald Reagan on a jet ski. It took 1.3 seconds. We actually asked AI to make that picture, and this is what we got. Wow. Well, Apple heard destroy humanity and said, hold my beer emoji. Because this week, Apple announced that starting this fall, it's adding a little bit of AI to many of its core apps and devices, and they're calling it Apple Intelligence. So much better than their previous operating system, Apple Dumbass. So what are these new features? Well, among other things, after the next update, your Apple Watch will monitor your vitals to guess whether or not you've been drinking alcohol before going to bed. No, you won't, Apple Watch. You already bother me enough with your time to stand and get some steps and meditate. Why do you think I drink? It's because of you. Hey, Siri, I drink because of you. Your keyboard is also getting an update because Apple Intelligence will make it possible for users to create their own emojis with a text prompt. No new emojis until we finish using all the ones we already have. I'm looking at you, small trolley with pantograph electrical connection, mountain cable car, and aerial tramway. You up? Because I'm feeling aerial tramway. If you know what I mean. While our phones are being taken over by AI, our news media is facing a takeover from across the pond, thanks to what's being called an invasion of executive news suites by British editors, including CNN's CEO Mark Thompson, the Wall Street Journal editor-in-chief Emma Tucker, and Bloomberg News editor-in-chief John Micklethwaite. John Micklethwaite. That's not a real name. That's a villain in a Bridget Jones movie. I'm John Micklethwaite and you're fat. Put that in your little diary, Bridget. One of these Brits is causing a scandal at one of America's few remaining newspapers, and that's Washington Post CEO and pet turtle watching you have sex, Will Lewis. Lewis was hired to run WAPO last year by Jeff Bezos, but before that, he worked in British tabloids under Rupert Murdoch. That's quite a string of bosses. In college, he had an internship with the eyeball guy from Pan's Labyrinth. Lewis didn't have a sterling reputation before coming to WAPO. Under Murdoch, he was accused of helping to cover up illegal phone hacking at British publications. And when the Washington Post tried to write about his shady history, Lewis pushed his newsroom chief hard not to run the story, leading the Washington Post to change its slogan from "Democracy dies in darkness" to "Turn off the lights. Shh, this will be over soon." Of course, as some of you know, this gentleman over here, this Sunday is Father's Day. It's a lot like Mother's Day in that your mom organized the plans for both. And in case...
There you go.
That's right. That's right. And in case you're not sure whether this holiday is for you, we here at The Late Show are proud to introduce our newest sponsor, Jim.
For the biggest moment of your life, you need to be sure. Both of you. From the makers of Clear Blue, it's Clear Dad, the first pregnancy test for dads. Clear Dad is simple to use. Just read the question on the stick.
What is your favorite Ken Burns documentary? Trick question. They are all amazing.
Pee on the stick, wait 3 minutes, and see if your answer is a match.
It says, trick question, they are all amazing.
I'm gonna be a dad!
Each test contains a unique, scientifically calibrated dad-detecting question, like, should we call the plumber Jack Ryan or Jack Reacher? How about that game? And what do you want for Father's Day?
Easy. A bowl that makes one giant ice cube.
But wait, how does the P know I'm gonna be a dad?
The P knows all.
Yeah, but how?
Shh, trust the P. Clear Dad works up to 6 weeks sooner than other brands, and up to 6 years later.
Honey, I'm gonna be a dad.
I know, Kevin. Your son is 5.
Thanks, Clear Dad.
Clear Dad, available at your local pharmacy or the merch table of any Foo Fighters show.
We got a great show for you tonight. My guest is Jude Law, plus a performance by Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. But when we come back, my wife Evie and I have some first drafts